Alrighty, we are back. So we just watched VTuber wants games to be apolitical and Twitter freaks are not happy. And now let's watch the follow-up here. Regarding recent tweets made by one of our talents on sensitive issues, based VTuber agency bends knee to Twitter freaks and fans are not happy. I had misread that the first time and let's go ahead and like the video here before we forget. Always good etiquette. But yeah, I had misread that initially, and that one works too. I think it would have been funny actually. Is there we go. Is because this is also true. Based VTuber agency bends knee and Twitter freaks and fans are not happy. That is just as accurate because, as always, no one is happy when you try to appeal to the people who literally want you dead. It's utterly insane they tried. They should know better. Like, they, they, they're known for not giving a shit. It's wild to see them cave, so yeah, the fans are pissed, and the people who were outraged are also pissed. It's not good enough. They're actually cheering and saying who they can destroy next from within the company. They hate Phase Connect. I'm not even sure why. I'm not sure the full lore on that. It's partly they have this assumption that it's like Nazi, racist, whatever. Like just because they're a little edgy or something and have made some jokes, and they let that shadow their thoughts on the entire company. So yeah, there's a group of rabid anti-Phase Connect people out there, and they're rabidly anti-Phase. They're not going to be happy no matter what Phase does because they hate Phase and want the company dead and sometimes the talents dead because they view them as, again, like these terrible, terrible people, the worst humans ever. So yeah, it's just wild they even tried. It is wild. Anyway, let's watch the video. This one pisses me off, man. This one pisses me off.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So unfortunately today we're talking about another example of a company or agency bending the knee to
Never cater
online
to the mob.
outrage, mainly from...
It's not even so much that they are a mob. I mean, I agree with the statement 100%, never cater to the mob, but it's just like never cater to anyone that isn't your core audience. I mean, you can try to expand your audience, but never like go against what makes your current audience like you to try to appeal to someone else, even if they're not behaving in mob like behavior. I mean, trying to appeal to the normies will also get you in trouble sometimes. Like you're like, oh, that's a wide audience, yeah, but it's not your audience. So yeah, it doesn't even have to be about the hate, but it's doubly true for the hate. Like definitely never cater to the mob.
people who have absolutely no interest in their products or their talents that are involved. This is following a very disturbing trend where it feels like, and I keep saying this, but it's the truth, it feels like we're going back to 2020 where people are getting their sponsors and their...
I wouldn't go that far, but it is kind of weird that it seemed like for a while the whole, and anyone who just assumed that it was going to keep that way, I think it's a little naive, but it did seem like cancel culture was on its way out. So it is weird that we've got a couple big cancellations going on right now.
platforms targeted over the most benign and ridiculous things they say online or during their content creation generally. And today's really an update to what I talked about less than 24 hours.
Yes.
This was my video talking about a situation where a VTuber was targeted by thousands of users online.
As annoying as this action is by Phase Connect, at least we're gonna get some bangers of tweets. Like there's some good funny content about them just getting roasted. I was there. It'd be cool if I show up in the video. I highly doubt it. I don't think I've shown up in Rev. I did show up briefly in a Leaflet video. I showed up in a Kirsha VOD. I saw my name on screen. I wasn't even mentioned or anything. But yeah, Leaflet did mention me briefly. I don't think I'll be in this just because I wasn't reacting in the main stuff and didn't really get any traction when I did. Yeah. So anyway, it's possible depending on where he looks, but I don't know.
Thanks to their comments about this. So Minecraft, for the fourth or fifth year, has come out with this DLC that is called Good Trouble that masquerades itself as this educational experience where you learn about civil rights and some of the leaders involved with that over the course of time. But in practice, this is much more focused on teaching kids how to protest. And also, people say, well, what's the big deal? It's a DLC. Well, this DLC is in many schools. Minecraft partnered with many middle schools, for example, with kids as young as 8 in some cases, where this is a part of the curriculum. So they're being exposed to this stuff at a
We don't have to get super conspiratorial, but I wonder who else Microsoft teamed up with, because if they're in multiple schools, it's probably not like them doing it on their own. They probably connected also with the existing, like the textbook companies or something, who are, there's some interesting stuff there if you look into it. But yeah, so it basically, there are organizations whose entire purpose is to sell a product to schools for political reasons, to program the people in a specific direction, oftentimes involving civil unrest, because some people want us weak. But yeah, so it would be interesting to just see how Microsoft got their product into schools.
very young age, and people have an issue with that. And one of the people who had an issue with this as a concept is this VTuber named Jelly from the Phase Connect VTuber agency, and this is their post that got
it's
so
insane.
much traction, saying, "Screw it, man, I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting, especially when it's disguised as education. Let me play my stupid block game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about." Now understand, the quotes were very upset about this. Thousands of people attacking this individual and Phase Connect, her agency, as well. They were calling her a white woman, a white nationalist. Also saying things like, she's an American, which literally none of these things are true. She doesn't live in America. She's not even white. And also, all she said, she didn't want politics in a children's sandbox game. I think that's pretty reasonable. A lot of people
It's all so
with that statement,
tiresome,
but
man.
unfortunately,
It's all so tiresome.
this tweet was deleted sometime between late last night and early this morning, and a lot of people are looking at her agency,
Yeah.
Phase Connect, and wondering, was she forced to take down this tweet? Because it doesn't seem
I saw people saying that the time it didn't even match up or something, and she probably, I forget if she was streaming or not, or presumed not awake or something based on her stream schedule. But yeah, it's theorized. I don't know how valid that is. I just saw it in one or two places, but that it wasn't even her who took it down. So if the phase talent accounts are managed through, like, if a Phase Connect manager has access to their Twitter accounts, they might have like done it on their own.
like something she was really keen on doing. It seems like it was something management wanted to happen. But to give you an idea here, they bent the knee, and it's very clear they bent the knee. So Phase Connect came out with an official notice regarding recent events, saying this: "Thank you for supporting Phase Connect. Recent comments made on Twitter by one of our talents included discussion on sensitive issues. Following
This is so freaking cucked, but like I said, at least we get funny comments out of it. I'm sure he will scroll down, and there are some really good ones.
internal review, these comments were taken down. We sincerely apologize for any issues caused by this incident. Phase Connect's focus has always been and always will be providing entertainment through different personalities and a wide range of unique content. We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Thank you for your understanding." So this is the thing. A lot of people are looking around, and these are the people they are trying to basically bend the knee to in this situation. You can see some comments here.
Okay, I wish they'd got like, yeah, he didn't go down the list of the ones there. We can do that if he doesn't elsewhere. Although the video is gonna get long, but yeah. Anyway, no, this is something I also wanted to talk about. So I am glad he's doing this. But yeah, like, so yeah, this is who you care to support instead of your talent. It's so true. It's so true. It's insane what they did. And again, here, let me see if I actually have that, because that one is a really funny tweet, and very relevant to what I, yeah, okay, I found it. Let me just bookmark all these, just so I can come back to them if need be. But yeah, let me pull this over, because yeah, this one is relevant to what I was about to say. Phase wins by doing nothing, or Phase does nothing and win, or whatever, is a common praise heaped on them, because they're not, like I said, they're not super involved in all the talents, and the talents can largely do some crazy stuff. Maybe we should do some Pippa react later too, because there's some fun Pippa contract stuff. But yeah, FaZe wins by doing nothing, which again, well known meme within the yeah, do nothing win. Various variations on that. Exactly. FaZe hold my beer. Yeah, no, but that it's insane, because this is not just a universal phrase. This was a phrase within the FaZe community, so it's like it was applied to why they were the best VTuber agency in a lot of people's mind. It's like because they're really hands off and let their talents be deranged, and it's a fun environment. So yeah, FaZe does nothing and wins. Do one thing, lose. I didn't like that one. Now we do. We like that one. But yeah, just it's so true. FaZe wins by doing nothing. Well-known phrase. Does one thing, loses. You retards.
They are trying
Holy
to
shit.
basically bend the knee to in this situation. You can see some comments here. All I want is for these people to stop BSing with their wussy excuses, no politics in gaming, woke DEI, brother, just admit you hate people of color. Say it with your
I can't, because I don't, and also TOS.
effing chest. They're so scared of admitting what they really are. They just need to admit that they're racist crapheads who couldn't get over
Oh my god, I hate these people.
their daddy's mentality and refuse to ever change as people. Jelly deleted her tweet, it seems.
Yeah, but no, it's both. I wouldn't say it even if it was allowed, because I don't. But
Or
TOS
Sakana
also.
must be quite pissed off at her and told her to delete it. Either way,
We won. Yeah, we won.
Woke is back, baby. Here's another example. This person's saying,
I'm not really racist. I'm just ironically racist. It's the funnest kind of racism. Oh. But yeah, let's just go back. We won. Woke is back. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people saying woke is back. And we won. And it's like, okay, so yeah, no, you don't care about this. You're political ideologues. You're brainwashed, fanatical cultists. You're already pulling up your next targets.
Woke is back, baby. Here's another example. This person's saying, I'm tired of politics in my games, quoting Jelly. Look inside. It's an optional DLC about civil rights. The DLC is for a version of Minecraft she doesn't play. Bro, I don't watch VTubers. Well, end statement. So this person...
I don't know if he's actually ending statement, but I'm starting to feel bad for VTubers that have to be associated with shit like this. There are so many worse people to be associated with, like Nyara and that Lala person and Vex, and yeah, it's like there, and many more. But yeah, it's like, and all, like literally all those people I mentioned, not only are they, different politics than me, but that's not why I'm saying I don't want to be grouped with them. They're hateful freaks that actually do some insane shit that is not cool and try to hurt people. So yeah, I like, VTubers can do whatever the hell they want. That's like saying a video game streamer should be ashamed to be a video, like a flesh tuber, flesh streamer should be ashamed because of Lakari or something like that, or some other freak that gets outed for terrible behavior. It's like, no, I just stream video games. But yeah, no, no. So yeah, no, I don't feel bad. But if I was gonna feel bad for being associated with people, it would be associated with people just for being a VTuber. It would be someone like Nyara or Vex. Yeah, no, nope. I like, yeah, no, like being like, if someone actually put me in the same sentence as Jelly or something like that, that's an honor. I'd be like, okay, cool. I totally don't deserve it, but yeah, no. So yeah, no, but yeah, and bro, I don't watch VTubers. Then shut the fuck up.
Who's one of the loudest quotes getting angry, doesn't even watch VTubers in the first place. And then another example of who they bent the knee to.
Again, I love all these people just pointing out what the fuck FaZe is doing here. Like, what are you trying to do? But yeah, just keep calling them out. Keep calling them out.
You have to really start looking into what kind of culture most FaZe Connect allows, or at worst, fosters. FaZe was built up by Pippa since the Hogwarts game controversy by appealing to the
What? They're clickety clackety. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think they matched up. Like I like Pippa. I didn't know when she joined FaZe Connect though. I mean it could have been more closely related, but I didn't think so. Pipkin Pippa joined FaZe Connect in 2021 as a founding member of the agency's first generation. Hogwarts Legacy main release occurring in 2023. So yeah, I figured that was wrong. I mean, I knew it was at least slightly wrong. But yeah, no, there's a couple years difference. FaZe was not built up on Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, that's insane.
up by Pippa since the Hogwarts game controversy by appealing to the
Oh my god! Yes. Ah. These people need to take some of Pippa's advice. Wow. But yeah, and appealing to yeah, like you said, facts wrong. Like pretty much all of these are wrong. So FaZe was built up by Pippa since the Hogwarts game. Hey Reaper, welcome. We're yapping today. We're a little annoyed by all this nonsense. But yeah, FaZe was built up by Pippa since the Hogwarts game controversy. Again, couple years difference. By appealing to far right people. You mean normal fucking people and some far right people, because far right people have stuff in common with normal people. Um, but yeah, the whole thing about the Hogwarts Legacy was that the insane rabid far leftists were attacking people. The whole far right shit is, yeah. Let's not go crazy here, Keen. No, I'm going crazy. No. Most of FaZe's EN talents, I was about to say, tolerate or embrace them as well. What? The far right people? You should. I've always said, despite my politics, far leftists are welcome here. Like, I'm not going to drive someone out based on their politics. I will drive someone out, which I haven't had to, thankfully, yet, but I'll drive someone out based on their behavior. Like, if a far leftist comes in here and like tries to bully people for like being Nazis or whatever the fuck is going on in their delusional mentality, yeah, if they're going to come here and cause trouble, they're out. But I'll embrace having a community that has some far leftist and some far right people. Like, this whole guilt by association shit is so gay. But yeah, and I'm not tolerate or embrace them as well. It's a little unclear. Are they saying the far right people? Are they saying Pippa? Are they saying the ideals they claim Pippa holds or whatever? So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's the same because they believe in guilt by association. So if they embrace far right or Pippa, they're also racist by their minds. So yeah, they're just saying that basically all of FaZe EN's talents are racist bigots and Nazis and all that. Yeah.
far right people.
Oh my god.
Most of FaZe's EN talents tolerate or embrace them as well. It's FaZe's original sin, in my opinion. One that they've been dragging because it's what allowed the corpo to grow while all the other small corpos have died off. They ought to have cut them off a long time ago, but they won't because that's their niche, that's their demographic.
So it's literally just they don't like who they think FaZe Connect's fan base is? This is so confusing, even by these people's weirdo standards. Like, their problem is that far right people like how do you cut off your fan base? I mean, I know we saw it. They did it today. They did it today. By not having the back of your talents is a good way to do that. But then you're left with nothing, because anyone who actually cares about the talents is going to piss off, and the people who don't or who actively hate the talents aren't going to come watch instead. So yeah, no, go ahead. Like, honestly, I think at this point it depends on what their contracts are and if they have and I'm not gonna speak for anyone else, but it seems like as an observer that potentially one of the best outcomes is just all the talents leaving. Like this, not to jump the gun or anything, but this does seem like a really big red flag, and it's just like maybe it's indie time, guys. Maybe it's indie time because yeah, no, like I mean, I think the people will most people are pissed at FaZe, not the individual talents, but it's really not a good sign for the company when they lose this much trust. And yeah, no, if possible, and it'll be interesting to see just how bad this gets because people are comparing it to like Niji Sanji and I forget, you know, there's so much freaking drama. I don't even remember all the companies that have exploded in freaking dumpster fires, but it wouldn't surprise me to see some people start fleeing the sinking ship, even though it doesn't. Uh, Indie or built by Streamer Coalition for streamers. That one's got some trouble too, because they tend to be an unorganized bunch, and someone's gonna start power tripping or something probably. So that's dangerous too. Yeah, exactly. Infighting. So yeah, probably just indie and a loose coalition of just friends and people who want to associate but don't have power over each other. Cody gonna fight everyone. uh, but yeah, no, the whole thing is insane. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the talents fleeing the ship. We'll just have to see how it goes. Um, Corpos don't care about their employees. The sooner people learn that, the better. Yeah, very true. But like that's the thing. Like we were talking about, at least FaZe Connect seemed to think that it was in their best interest to be hands off. So I mean, in that respect, I mean, again, it's different than caring about their employees, but in that respect, they at least realized that it was in their best interest to do something that looks like they care about their employees. So the effect was the same. The effect was the same, even if they don't care about their employees and care about their profits or this or that. They were at least doing something that benefited the talents. And again, I have no clue why they thought this was the move. Maybe they thought they'd lose too much on sponsors. Some of these freaks, including, like I said, I think that was last video, but potentially one of the FaZe Connect talents herself was also involved in the hate mob. But yeah, they went after the sponsors, and that might have been too much for FaZe Connect. But yeah, no, the whole thing is very confusing.
So these are the type of people this statement is addressing, in my honest opinion, and I think that's a fair one. Okay, they're basically blaming Pippa for playing Hogwarts Legacy because that was a real thing. She was being attacked by thousands of users, being called transphobic
many such cases
for simply playing Hogwarts Legacy, and apparently
that was a rough time, man. We should play some Hogwarts Legacy. We might want to, but no. Even though the drama's mostly over, although I do still see them going after some people. But yeah, anyway, no, that was crazy, and I mean, people were like brought to tears, and just extreme bullying by the usual suspects. Like I said, the biggest bully groups on the internet, who often have their flags in their profiles.
Original sin of FaZe Connect as a company. Now, returning to the statement, we'll look at the comments and reactions to this in just a second, but I want to make a couple things clear. I'm not here to rag on any of the FaZe talents.
Yeah.
And I'm not even really ragging on FaZe Connect as an agency that is...
I mean, I'm ragging on whoever the fuck put this out, and they clearly had, unless they just did something absolutely insane and this was an individual HR person or something, or PR person, they clearly had the backing. Like, unless this is actually rogue action, in which case it should have already been addressed. Like, FaZe Connect should put out a similar statement saying that, you know, we've deleted our own tweets. Like, yeah, just back the fuck up. Throw someone else under the bus. No, but it's just like, unless this is a rogue action, FaZe Connect does deserve to be ragged on because this is freaking terrible.
It's very well respected overall, but I'm going to criticize this post, this response to the situation, which I think is a massive L.
Why does it matter what the maker thinks if the product isn't propaganda and is well made? I'm not quite sure. What is that in context of? I'm a VTuber, I'm slow. Yeah.
It's a gigantic L. They're bending the knee. They're setting a very bad standard. That is what's going on here, okay? It seems like, based on what most people are interpreting here, they threw Jelly under the bus. And also this language here about not tolerating racism,
Oh,
hatred.
oh, oh, Hogwarts. I see. I thought we were talking about, because I was going on Phase Connect. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Why does it matter what? And it was she wasn't even the maker. Well, she was the maker of Harry Potter as the series, but she wasn't that involved in the game. I'm not sure she was involved in. Oh, okay, yep, gotcha. But yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, if it's a good game, I think some of it was they just viewed it as giving money to J.K. Rowling, and that's terrible because she's going to use it to murder trans people or something. Even though she's like incredibly rich, I mean, she hit it big off Harry Potter. So yeah, no, the whole idea that her getting some small cut of a video game profit is funding the genocide of trans people is just insane, insane take. But I think that was at least part of their a big part of their rationale is they didn't want money going to her. But yeah, no, like you said, why does it matter what like someone involved in it thinks if that's not what the game is about? Like the game actually even included a trans person, which pissed some people off. And again, some people modded it out, but you have to go to specialized sites because you're not allowed to change characters in that way. You can make a character trans, and that's fine, but you can't make a character untrans. That's not inclusive, and your mod gets banned, and you get banned from the site, and all that. Um, but yeah, no, I mean it's not like Hogwarts Legacy had a murder the trans people side quest or protect women's spaces. We have to protect the women. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Someone should have made that mod where like you have to protect the women's bathroom from the tranny invaders or something. Like yeah, like if that had been the game content, like you'd at least be like that community would at least be have a right to be mad. Well, of course, anyone has the right to be mad about anything, but yeah, I mean, there'd be at least be a reason to be mad there if that's the game content. But it wasn't. Like you said, it's not propaganda. Seems like a pretty well made game as far as I know. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe we really should play it at some point. I got it free on Epic at one time. But yeah, no, I mean, that's not the game is not hateful.
Or bigotry in our communities, it's basically implying that what she did.
Yeah, no, that was wild. A bunch of people have rightfully been picking. Wasn't one of the mods replacing the wands with Glocks? Hopefully. We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Like, yeah, that line was getting called out, especially because it does make it look like what Jelly did was much worse than what she did do, which wasn't bad at all. But yeah, so that's just wild. Again, I have no clue what, like, it really is just mystifying. It's annoying. It's annoying to see them go down this path, but it's also just freaking mystifying. Like, I don't get what they're thinking.
Incorporates these statements right here. So they are basically agreeing with the interpretations people have of her post. Just like anything else with this cancel culture stuff, it's no longer even about what you say, like what you actually say. It's about how people perceive your statement.
That does
It's
show
not
up on
about
screen. I was just curious. I had another
objectivity here.
thing there.
It's just like, oh, this person saw this post about Minecraft and not wanting politics in that game. Oh, but I take it this way, in an extreme way that is a straw man and not representative of what Jelly actually said. But that's what people are paying attention to, and that's what's getting punished. It's not the actual statement itself, and I think that's a huge mistake. And also, this sets up a standard. Okay, this is now going to be a standard people are going to apply. Not only does this give a feedback loop.
I will say I'm not sure I agree with the whole this sets a standard thing. Because I mean they go after all these people anyway. Like it's blood in the water, but it's not like a legal precedent that then you can use against them or something. Like they could go like, and hopefully they take the message to heart and like I said, go back on this and be like, okay, we messed up. Let's continue on. But yeah, they can go right. Like nothing is stopping them. This does not change that they could go right back to ignoring the haters. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the precedent argument. A bunch of people have been making it. Like again, it's true that it emboldens them, but it doesn't necessarily indicate what the company has to do going forward. It's a big indicator of what they will continue to do if this is the line they have chosen, but it's not something they have to do.
This outrage culture and this mob that is angry, it's also going to extend to further talents. Now, I look at my situation with Advance. They came out with basically a stance on how they're going to treat their talents and possibly punish them or remove them. I don't think people at Advance really have to worry about that because, well, they got the mob got rid of the two people they wanted to get rid of, which was me and Straub. They don't really care about anyone else. But when it comes to FaZe, the people who are mad at Jelly, they're probably mad at all the talents because FaZe is known for having edgier humor among their streamers, and okay, that's fine. Nobody cares, but the people online are going to use this standard to go after further talents. It is not a good decision whatsoever. And I think, quite frankly,
Yep.
it's rehashed some former controversies that did not get addressed.
Yep. That is also true. They are, like I said, blood in the water. They are, and just they do feel emboldened. They're going after more people already.
And we'll talk about that in just a second. But you can see
What? Hey, Night Owl. Thanks for stopping by. I was actually talking about that earlier. I didn't know who graduated, but yeah, I was just talking about a little while ago that might happen. Wait, Claire? Like Clara? Wait. What? Is Clara or Claire? Is there a Claire FaZe Connect? FaZe. Let's see. We can probably just pull this up on thing. Let's see if that pops up close there. That's crazy though. That's crazy if that happened. Who the fuck graduated? Whoa. This is okay. We're pulling this over right now. I was I was a little blown away. I was looking it up. So anyway, let's pull this over here. I think this is what you're talking about. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, and yeah, that's just the first one that crossed my timeline. I don't celebrate a person's downfall. However, making these disgusting remarks about Charlie Kirk was awful. So what the we're getting new drama in real time here. Let's pull up the original and then we can just look through what people are saying. But yeah, wow. Wow, this is like holy shit, this was 10 minutes ago. This was 10 minutes ago. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. But yeah, why I'm saying this is so fucking wild is Clara was, as we saw in Celestium's tweet there, Clara was the one who cheered on Charlie Kirk's assassination and was. This is so fucking weird. This is like, I'm not sure. Let's read the thing here, but I'm not sure what to make of it because when you said someone graduated, I thought they had left, like I was talking about, like because they're on par for the course for 2026. Yeah, but it's just like when you said someone graduated, it's probably it jumped into my mind because I'd just been talking about that and to see if people are fleeing the ship, sinking ship. So it's really surprising to see that it be the person who was most liked the outcome. Like Clara was cheering this on is what it seems to me. And so it's crazy that she's the one who graduates and means she might be kicked. I mean, we saw Celestium saying I don't support that, but yeah, anyway, let's read this. Again, it's happening in real time 10 minutes ago now. Yeah, so Clara's graduation. Thank you for always supporting FaZe Connect. Clara will graduate from FaZe Connect. That must what? 2/28, so end of February, I guess. Yeah. She will be concluding her regular activities on both YouTube and Twitter. She will treasure the time she spent walking alongside her fans. Clara's social media accounts will become inactive starting March, and the content on her channel will remain available for 30 days. We would like to thank everyone for supporting Clara during her time at FaZe Connect and wish her the best in the future. Yeah. Yep, I know that, which again is why it's so confusing. She likes this, so it's wild. Wait, what's going on? Oh. Uh, uh, what I like I don't even know what to ask here. And I won't get a response anyway, but like I'm just so confused. Implicitly condemn Jelly for racism, etc., and then just vague post here on Clara. Like what? I'm really so confused. Weird day at Phase, that's for sure. You, um, we'll do it. I don't know. I don't know if it gets filtered or not. Is it because you cheered on Kirk's killing? She anti jelly mob. Weird day at Phase, that's for sure. That's so wild, man. Gets criticized by Asmon once, fucking dies. uh, yeah. What is like? What a confu. My thoughts exactly. This is weird, man. That's yeah. That's just wow. No way. Hey, it's cornflakes. I don't think. Oh, I do follow that guy. You fucked up. It begins. No way. We just got Pippa posting. Oh, jeez. Well, that was a 180 real quick. Do we have? Let's see what else is on their site here. Yeah. Again, I have no clue what's going on at this point. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Like that's just so weird. I like her tweet. This is mostly just confusing. Big posting here after. Oh man, that's just weird. What do we got on our notifications here? And then we'll get back to the video. Oh, hey, you liked my thing there already. Thank you, Muffin. Oh man, like I honestly am just confused. It's a very freaking weird occurrence there that we just witnessed in real time. Wow. Wow. All right, I kind of just want to like do more like Twitter drama. I'm sure there's good stuff going on right now, but do we get it on the retweet game too? We could get it on the retweet game. Yeah. Let's do a short and succinct banger here to see if anyone will notice us. Yep, we're just farming. Let's see. I'm gonna use this same phraseology. Again, hopefully it doesn't get me dinged because they'll like Twitter could think it's spam or something. But so um cheered about Kirk and probably helped lead the mob against Jelly. Weird shit. Stuff. We'll go stuff. There we go. There we go. Strange. Anyway, like we were talking about, very, very timely there, the sinking ship. But yeah, not who I expected to go from FaZe. I was expecting some of the talents that to leave of their own accord potentially after this weird statement. But yeah, no, that's weird. I still don't know what to make of it.
Addressed, and we'll talk about that
Holy.
in just a second. But you can see a lot of people are celebrating this, but largely you can see the replies. I mean, just look at the number of likes on these replies and the frequency of basically critical replies. You can see this first one expressing shame in this decision. 2,800 likes. There is no understanding. You will simply start to fade. I am so deeply disappointed in FaZe Connect for this. You're walking on thin ice. You don't cave to people like this. Jerry was clear or absolutely correct in her opinion.
Jerry.
And this starts you down a dangerous path, guys. Seriously. Not wanting political things in a game is normal. L. Crapping all over one of your talents for making an uncontroversial statement that a children's book block game shouldn't be political is going to bite you in the end. Bending the knee to people who don't care about you and only want to harass your talents when they haven't done anything wrong is not going to end well. Regardeds. Hope it was worth throwing Jelly under the bus because a minority of regardeds were crying.
Again, it's wild this in context now with Clara apparently getting kicked out. Like, again, what? I'm even more confused now than I was before. What is FaZe doing? But why? Yep.
L. Zero backbone. Major L. What's pathetic is that you throw her under the bus, but remained silent when Clara was openly celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk and
interesting. Again, like, yeah, no, wild.
Calling for more to be ended. Now, I'm going to take a second to focus on this. This was a controversy back in...
So yeah, this is who is now out. Very weird.
September of last year after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, where on a personal account, the FaZe Connect member Clara made some statements on Instagram that people seem to have a big issue with, beginning with stuff like this, where you can see the headline here, where they say, I'm not going to say it, in reference to public executions, and then responding to what appears to be someone sharing their story and saying, couldn't have happened to a more deserving person, be honest, but this level of political violence feels so dangerous, and then they caption it underneath saying, no rights were ever won without violence. The left in America needs to remember that. The Second Amendment also applies to them for now. And it was literally created for this exact reason.
What? For assassinations? These people are regarded. Just like, what are we doing?
So a lot of people saw...
I'm not going to go into another tangent since we already did a couple in this video, but like, leftists and understanding gun rights it's a absurd thing. So, no, gun rights are it's about a bunch of things like protection and yes, the like that's and defense against a tyrannical government, not speakers. Like it okay. If the Kirk thing's justified, so was the MLK thing. If political assassinations are on the menu, they're on the menu. Like if it's a gun rights thing where you have a right to a gun so you can kill people you disagree with, any assassination of left or right-wing figures would be allowed by the process and principle of the Second Amendment. It's so stupid. It's so stupid to link, and I saw people doing it, or just like that because he was pro 2A, that this was ironic that someone shot him with a gun. Like, no. I shot someone with a gun. But yeah, no, it's the Second Amendment talk on the Kirk thing. The threat of violence is the only thing keeping us free. Yeah, yep, that's certainly. Uh, we could get into that, but again, not going to tangent. If Kirk is justified, everything is justified. Yeah, pretty much.
This
Um,
literally the day after the
wow, though.
assassination, and they interpret this as justifying political violence. Now, this situation would get a lot of attention back in September, but nothing happened. There was no statement from FaZe Connects. There was no punishment.
Also, I will say I don't get what the point here is. Like, I'm not sure how this was outed as her account or whatever. But I don't get the point of having a public persona, the Clara FaZe Connect account, and a private, or again, private's not the right word, and a personal account. If the personal account is linked to your thing, what, like it's like it'd still be bad to say these things, but if you say it in a way that isn't linked to your online persona at all, that's a totally different thing. But like, what's the point of having a account if everyone knows it's you? And fair few VTubers do that. It's like they'll have their main VTuber account and their personal opinions account or something. But if you're gonna spew unhinged shit like this, it is linked to your main identity too.
Nothing happened. They just continued on. And if that's their policy and how they want to handle something like this, okay. But now they have this new policy. They've changed things where they're punishing one of their talents and making them delete their tweets and making public statements.
Remember, these people aren't the brightest. Yeah, that does explain some things. That does explain some things.
Over someone not wanting politics in Minecraft. Yeah, so people are going to rehash the old controversy from September. I think a lot of people have largely forgotten about that or didn't even know about that in the first place. But this sort of a statement is now going to create a standard that is rehashing old controversy and will be used further against talents in the future. Well, let's return to some more replies here. The beginning of the end. Tagging the CEO, spineless coward, glorifying death of conservatives, okay. Wanting block game to be about block game, not okay. Jelly did nothing wrong. You are literally just making this worse. Congratulations, you bent the knee to the wrong crowd. They'll never let you escape now. Have fun with the new...
Again, like I said, though, there isn't even a new audience because these people think you're actual demons. Like, again, they've guilt by associated everyone in the group. So you'd have to kick out every single current talent and completely rebuild, and then you're not even FaZe Connect. Like, that's just not feasible, just from a financial perspective, even disregarding any moral perspective or something like that. Like, you're not these people will never be your audience because their whole thing is about hating your guts and sometimes literally wanting you dead. These are the least likely to be your new audience ever. Like, we've seen some absolutely stupid franchise decisions where they try to appeal to a broader audience or something. That at least makes more sense than this. Like, Star Wars, for example, didn't try to actively appeal to people who hated Star Wars. Like, you can say whatever you want about their newest product and what they did with the franchise and how dumb that was, but at least their new target audience wasn't people who despise Star Wars. And that's basically what FaZe Connect is doing here. Like, you're never going to get those people. Again, it's one thing, you still shouldn't sell out your existing audience and why people like you. Like, you can't go against them directly, but it'd be one thing to try to appeal to normies, to broaden your audience. But yeah, no, the only ones you're appealing to are the people who absolutely hate you, and thus it won't actually work. Because they won't be appealed to because they hate you. Holy
audience.
shit.
Genuinely disgusted that you would throw your talent under a bus despite saying nothing wrong. Nelson Mandela literally murdered civilians, and the game said this was good trouble. That is bad. Advocating for game ending for kids is bad. Apologize to Jelly. Not me. You have Pip on your roster. Like, what is all this? But hey, enjoy being forced to do this every second by the mob.
Yeah, no, it is again. That's I can pull up my tweet. I wanted to show you my tweet. Just it didn't, like I said, it didn't even get traction, but I just wanted to show you what my initial reaction was. Yeah, I think this is the one I wanted to show. Um, so yeah, this was just my initial one here. Yo, what the heck? Phase talents say so much more deranged things, and that's why they're so great than apolitical gaming takes. Your haters will always hate you. Why try to appeal to them? Just keep doing what you're doing, and all will be well. It's your strong suit, not this. I mean, yeah, like I said, no traction, but I thought it was it was my feelings on the issue, and I thought it's pretty good. But yeah, anyway, yeah, phase talents say so much more deranged things, and that's why they're great. Like, whoops, what did I close over there? I had the wrong window selected. Yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, no, you have Pip on your roster. She says more deranged things because again, Jelly's wasn't even that. But Pippa says more deranged things every single day. Every single day, Pippa says more deranged things. They must have gotten it in at a sponsor or something like that. I just this makes no sense.
I guess. And more people pointing out stuff considered or included in Good Trouble. Don't remember you saying anything when Clara cheered for Kirk's death. L. Not only was Jelly correct, another one of your talents celebrated the ending, the assassination of conservative activists, and you said nothing about that publicly. Oh, but you wouldn't police Clara cheering on an assassination. F off. Good job bending the knee to people who wouldn't have watched your talents in any capacity anyway. Nothing happened to Clara for cheering on the death of Charlie, but saying politics doesn't belong in a children's game is just too far, apparently. Disappointing. Pathetic behavior on your part. She did nothing wrong. We do not tolerate racism, so why is the FaZe CEO calling Jelly a monkey? Now, I've seen this a couple times, and I think it's being overblown. I mean, she is a monkey-themed VTuber. Like, that's a part of her whole aesthetic, but people are just pointing this out because, again...
Yeah, again, that's fine. And, like, again, it was a deranged... I like how I'm already talking about it as if it's in the past. But yeah, it's a deranged thing, and he was probably having some fun with it. So yeah, whatever. I don't care, but it is interesting. Say,
it's about the perception. That is how this is being taken. This is how so many of these situations recently have been taken. It's not about the objective statement you're making. It's about how crazies online perceive your statements. So yeah, I think that's a fair point to raise here. Do yourself a favor and delete this tweet. Y'all are regarded. This whole situation could have been handled better by everyone. So I'll just say it. A talent of yours, Clara, cheered on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I didn't see a single statement from FaZe about that. But now you throw Jelly under the bus. Shame. She deserves better management. Rare L. Not good.
First and last FaZe Connect L, one way or the other.
Gonna lie. And overall, I mean, you're going to see a lot of these sorts of statements, but FaZe would make a reply underneath.
Sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, Pippa's based. It's just that this one caught attention and they fumbled hard. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a massive fumble and massive unforced error. Again, maybe the sponsors got involved. That's the only answer that kind of makes sense. Yeah, no, wild fumble.
Please do not direct any questions regarding recent events to any of our talents. Thank you for your continued support. Now, this is very fair, okay? If you literally get one thing out of this video, it's to not bother the FaZe talents about the situation. If you think Jelly did nothing wrong, go and support her. If you think FaZe made a bad decision here and you don't like their statement, go ahead and criticize the statement, but don't go around harassing the talent.
Rev's leading another hate mob. Look at him telling people not to harass people. This monster must be stopped.
Absolutely don't do that. And don't even bother them with questions because it's clearly this is a management decision. You don't know where they stand, and
absolutely
you can't really,
hateful.
Shouldn't pry into this because they're not going to give you an answer anyways. Like, obviously. But of course, I think this public statement is worthy of criticism and people talking about it. And again, there's a new standard
Yep.
for Phase Connects. And whether they follow through on that standard or not is going to get a lot of backlash. I think in the end, this statement did nothing but make the supporters angry. And it gave the side that is holding the pitchforks and are angry at Jelly and FaZe and all their talents, it gave them more ammunition. And that is not something that I think was a good decision. Again, I'm not ragging on them that hard. I'm ragging on the statement. I don't like it. I think it's an L. I think they bent the knee, and I don't think it's going to play out well for everyone involved. I think now there's going to be a lot more targeting of various FaZe members who do have edgy senses of humor. That's never, I guess, been really a problem internally. They've never had to make these public statements before, but now people are going to be demanding it. And they're going to use this situation as the example of a time where you listen. And now, if someone perceives anything they say or joke about as
Off topic, but it is really ironic. Like, I still just can't get over the Clara thing. It's twisting my mind a little, but it's ironic that everyone was celebrating, including, it sounds like, Clara herself. We're celebrating that, they'd won. To quote the other one, like, yeah, we won. Woke is back, boys. Well, they wouldn't say boys. That's gendered language. But yeah, woke is back. We won. Yay! Look, we made this company cave. And the one that gets frickin' kicked is the admitted leftist. She referred to herself that way, at least by implication. She said the left needs to understand this too. But yeah, so the leftist political assassination advocating, Charlie Kirk cheering, hate mob leading one is the one that gets kicked. Oh, like, I'm getting whiplash here. Based Phase Connect again? No, they screwed up big time, and I'm not sure. Like, yeah, I mean, they should have just stayed neutral. Like, if you're not, like, it's over. You didn't condemn it at the time. You probably should have, or just again stayed neutral. And like, I mean, because yeah, I mean, like I said, although it's not in advocating real world stuff, I think what Clara did is worse. But like, Pippa's, like I said, Pippa's super deranged. I love Pippa, but she says some. I shouldn't say, but I love Pippa because she says some wild shit. But it's just like, if you're hands off with Pippa, yeah, sure, be hands off with Clara. But this just back and forth thing is weird. It's freaking weird. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Racist or hatred or bigotry. Oh, it's going to be hard. Either you're going to have to ignore them and look like you're not following through on your own standards, or you have to follow through and continue to appease people who have no interest in your company or your talents whatsoever. I just think overall,
again, they do have interest. It's just negative interest. Like, the people you're appealing to do have interest in Phase Connect. You see them calling themselves leaders of the anti-Phase Connect army movement or whatever. And yeah, or saying they hate Phase Connect in their bios or something. Like, they do absolutely have an interest in your company. And that's why you'll never reach them or make them like your company, because their interest is strictly negative.
Disappointing situation. FaZe has always had a reputation of treating their talents really well and sticking up for them, even when that means saying nothing. When people are trying to cancel them, that does sometimes involve saying nothing. Okay, you don't always have to make like a public statement backing them up. Like, they didn't have to come out and say, like, Jelly, we agree with her statements and we got her back. No one's asking for that. You could just ignore it. This whole thing would have blown over in a couple days. But I guess the heat got too much, and they thought this was in the best interest of the company.
And now here we are.
But yeah, that's what happened. And if you want some more conversation about this, I was on the latest Side Scrollers podcast alongside my wife, Darling Straub, and Kirsha as well. And we talked about this literally as it happened. It was literally dropped right as we were live a few hours ago. So if you want to see an extended conversation on that and hear some other perspectives, make sure to check that out. I'll put a link to it in the pinned comment as well as the description. And of course, as well, make sure to support my Patreon. We're doing a lot of stuff over there. There should be my first Patreon exclusive upload going live on there in just a day or two. So again, I'll put a link to that in the pinned comment and description as well. Thank you guys for the crazy support on all of that. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, Feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
All right, we did it. Let's go through a couple tweets and then wind down the video. Based rev, like always. Yeah. But yeah, so let's just pull up a few. This was one that went pretty big. It explains how a lot of people feel. We've got Moshi Moshi Moan. Yep, stabbed in the back. Very, very simple and straightforward. We've got, I won't go through all of them. This one aged interestingly because once they got called out, yeah, Clara is now gone. But yeah, Clara condones political assassinations. What? I don't see anything. Jelly wants Minecraft without politics. Boom. Again, ages weirdly, but was on point. This one calling out. Would you look at that? They're already moving on to the next target. It's almost like we've always been right. Yeah, damn. It's almost like apologizing to crazy people only emboldened them to harass others. Crazy. So yeah, Phase Connect doesn't tolerate racism yet. Here's one of your talents, saying the N-word. Not really. Just one, although it sounded like it. Just one among a lot of bigotry that the company is famous for. But yeah, so they're already going after the next one there. Just pretty freaking insane. Do I have anything else here I want to pull up? Again, a lot of good people had her back, which is good, and are calling them out on that. I had Straub in there. We saw Riri's. A bunch more people just calling out the same people that are harassing. They're like, this is who you're appealing to. I really like that message. That's important. One, we won't go through all those, but yeah, they're just screenshots of these hateful rejects to just being absolutely unhinged. Oh, we'll pull this over just because it's Rev. I think, is that the one he? Yeah, that's the one he already read in the video anyway, so we don't need to go through that one. Oh, this one was good. Yeah, again, how a lot of people feel. We don't support you, we support the talent you threw under the bus. Yep, more, oh, new audience. Oh, here's mine. Yeah, sure, let's pull over mine. I said a few things on the issue. Here is one of them. I know, let's piss off our own fans to appease a bunch of rabid haters who want us to die. What could go wrong? Yeah, again, just mind-boggling. Oh, okay, that's actually worth talking about for sure. We might do that at the... Where'd that go anyway? Oh, there we go. But yeah, we might do that at the end because that's actually, yeah, something to talk about that will be a little bit more discussion. But yeah, more people pointing out this is who you attracted. Yep. Pull over that as well. Yeah. Okay, I think that covers most of what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, here's another tweet by Haruki here. We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Interesting choice to put words in Jelly's mouth, publicly humiliating her with her leading to more harassment towards your talent. I see what you deem as hate. I see what you deem as hatred now. Yeah, no, that is interesting. Let's see. Did we have anything else here? I thought I pulled over more, but anyway. Oh, did we already look at all these? Sorry, let me just go through these. Yeah. I think we did look at all those. See, I thought I had one more over here. Okay, and just here's one of mine. So this was a trigger point. This was the one that got most attention. Wow, we're up to 126 likes. They are calling it the biggest miscalculation in human history. Everyone disliked that, and there's my contribution because yeah, this was a funny little meme thing. That's Anya eating sakana. It was one of her toggles. It was just a little fun bit, but it aged interestingly. Look, oh, weird. I can't see from here, but I thought, yeah, I've got 5 bookmarks too. People liked it enough. They're like, I want that. Yeah. Lost a lot of respect. Just frying fish. Beginning of the end. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math. I fucking love that meme. Yep, bookmark because you never know. We might need it again. What's the matter, vague boy? Afraid you might say something. You love, yep. Yeah, okay. And then, like I said, I saw one more tweet that will end this video on, but it does need a little bit more reaction. I wish I had access to the full video, so I guess it doesn't need that much. But when I looked, when I started stream, I'm not going to look for it live. Actually, let me pull up. Does that show up on screen? I don't think so, but I don't really care. But let me see if it's in Asmin clips yet. Because yeah, if it is, we can watch it. But no, it doesn't look like it. Um, and I don't want to watch a full Asmin video right now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if it is on his main channel yet, though. Um, doesn't look like it. But anyway, so yeah. But he was reacting to it on stream. So yeah, we've got him reacting to it. I like the face too. Um, but yeah, so nuclear launch detected. It has been perceived by Asmin, who is huge, absolutely huge, like crazy huge. Like just need to be better about React content, YouTube uploads. I need to get a lot better at YouTube uploads. I'm decent at React content. Like I can yap for a long time about a lot of things, so that's fine. Although I need to get a little shorter. We're already at we're over an hour here, which is fine because we did yap about a couple different events, so I'm fine with the length here. But yeah, I definitely need to get better at actually like pushing it out onto YouTube. I'll show you something in a second. But yeah, so anyway, this should be interesting. We'll probably will react to this tomorrow. Maybe I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but maybe. But yeah, anyway, we'll probably react to Asmin reacting to this too. I don't think I've done an Asmin react yet. His stuff can be lengthy, so it's not always the best react content. But yeah, and then I don't like people share like this is a little weird when likes aren't public and you could easily fake it. I don't think this is. I mean, um, because it looks it looks weirdly cut. Like this is someone taking a screenshot. You could still of course fake that, but yeah, even Mari, who is FaZe, liked a comment being like I'm looking at you or whatever. Asmin is like 30-40 minutes, which means my reaction is like 2.5 to 3 hours. Yeah, no, I've done some insane length. Um, but yeah, we've got yeah, and what were some of the comments on that? Because I saw some. Be cool, bro. It's cringe when VTubers do it to show a bigger streamer follows them too. Uh, yeah, and for me, it's more about the privacy. Like, it's interesting to know this is interesting information, but yeah, also kind of uncool. Like I was saying, I mean, likes are private now. Like, it's one thing if likes were public, being like, haha, but um, yeah, I mean, on the other hand, oh god, Ted Cruz is trending. I did, oh my god. But yeah, on the other hand, like just like we were talking about public and private accounts. So even if it's a little uncool, oh, even if it's a little uncool, in my mind, at least you can say that she should have known that someone might do this. I mean, she's a big name. She's a big name, and um, some Son of the Zodiac Killer up to. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, let me open Ted Cruz. We'll look through that. That won't be an official react, and it won't be part of this video. But I am curious now. But yeah, anyway, she should have known that someone could do this, and she used her main account. So, oh, that would be interesting, Reaper. That'd be interesting if he's in the files. Okay. One thing. It has nothing to do with this video, but since you brought it up, let's go ahead and pull this in just so people know. This is fucking funny. This is fucking funny. I don't know the context because it's just like the files are so broad that not everyone who's in the file is guilty. But here's Brandon Herrera. I love Brandon. Laughing. So yeah, literally, lol. Tony Gonzalez is in the Epstein files, listed as a Democrat. This is not a meme. I'm dead serious. That's amazing. Again, totally unrelated to this content that we were doing, but it just popped in my head when Reaper mentioned the files. But anyway, so like I said, still uncool in my opinion, but if you're using your main account to like replies, and you're a big name, you gotta know someone might do that. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, and like I said, it is interesting information. Assuming this is real, which I'm inclined to believe. But yeah, Mari is also watching FaZe Connect. Even Mari knows the fish man messed up. Yeah, it does seem that way. All right, we'll go ahead and end this video here. Thank you for watching. This was a fun one. I hope everyone had a good time. Peace.